Hi, my name is Lele and I am from South Africa. I am a teacher here in Beijing, and also I have a podcast called Queering It Up on Outside Radio, which is on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So Queering It Up is about queer culture, so everything that encompasses queer culture, so yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Lander. I'm a content creator. I have my own show about technology, and that's basically what I do here in Beijing.
My name is Ina. I am 21 years old. I'm a college student, and I also is a part-time drag queen. I am part of Possibility, which is only drag house in Beijing, and yeah, that's it.
Tell us the story of your first performance, shoot, or recording. Let's go to Inan for that.
Yeah, my very first performance as a drag queen was. By the way, should I introduce my drag name? My drag name is Miss Him, and I started my drag performance like two and a half years ago. I remember it was a summer, and the very first time I was on stage, I wasn't quite ready, and it was more like a rush decision because all I can see is all the other girls. They are performing on stage, they're enjoying themselves, and I kind of feel like I want to be that too. So by the time I bought my costume, I bought a wig, I got a little bit rusty makeup on, and I was on stage. And actually, I was feeling pretty well on stage because, as a drag queen, thing is, no matter you did a good job or a bad job, the audience will always cheers for you.
Yeah. Weren't you scared though, seeing that it was your first time performing at 19, right?
Yeah.
Weren't you scared compared to performing against queens that have already been doing the thing?
I think the culture here in Beijing, the drag environment, is really not competitive. Mm-hmm. Every queen treated each other with completely equal position, and we all respect each other. We all give each other support that as much as we could. And it's not like we see like Drag Race and all kind of TV shows in the world that they're thinking drag is a competition. Mm-hmm. Actually, here in Beijing, we are definitely not a competition.
A sisterhood.
Yeah, we are a very bonded sisterhood. We all be there for each other, and when you are standing there, you can feel you're not alone. You have all your fans standing behind you. You have all your sisters standing behind you. So you really feel very warm. Is Beijing accepting of you as a person? Why?
I think it is. People here, they kind of mind their business. The accepting me for my gayness, they do. Accepting me for my blackness, that's debatable. But overall, they do mind their business. Aside from the stares and the constant stares and the shocked, like, ooh, there's a black person. But other than that, I would say so. I would say they are accepting as a whole.
Okay. What's the hardest part no one prepared you for?
Actually, when I was at senior school, I have no idea what drag is. And it wasn't until later, it was Lady Gaga was on RuPaul's Drag Race as a guest judge. I always loved Lady Gaga. And that is how I got introduced to the Drag Race, the show. And after I got introduced to the show, I realized there is a whole world of men dressing up as a woman to express themselves. I realized there is a group of people are doing drag in Beijing, and I was like, I gotta know them. Mm-hmm. And I went to see Frosalolia's show, and she introduced me to Crystal. And after I got to know Crystal the Cantor, she accepted me as her drag daughter. And it was until then I actually get on the path of drag. And during that way, I learned a lot of other stuff about gender, about your identity. Because before, I just think that drag is men dressing up as a woman. And after I'm doing drag, after I know a lot of people, I realize drag is not just for men. Drag is for everyone. There are drag kings. That is, women can dress up as a man. There are also transgender people who want to do drag to express themselves in another way. Because people used to think that drag queen is a place of transgender people are doing their transform. But now I realize drag has nothing to do with transgender people. Like, you can be a man to do drag. You can be a transgender woman to do drag. You can be a
woman,
biological woman who also want to be a drag queen. It is actually very acceptable culture. Like, we allow everyone in it. We allow everyone to get to enjoy it. And actually, if you're asking me when I was at junior school, at senior school, are you gonna be a drag queen or are you gonna be introduced to this whole gender world? I wouldn't imagine that.
What do you find most fulfilling about what you do?
Okay. So I have two kind of main part of my life here in Beijing. I have my personal show, which is about technology. And I also a comedian. So for my show, my most fulfilling, I feel like when people are actually watching it, when people are telling me that, oh, I'm actually learning stuff from you. I was like, okay, I feel like I accomplished something. I feel like I'm helping people out. I'm helping young people to watching my show, learning new technology, get into this industry.
Technology as in you showcase new gadgets or?
I will basically teaching people how to get into this, really simple intro stuff, and tutorial videos. Sometimes I even share my own experience, why I'm working in IT. And as for comedy, I think the easiest is just standing on stage, listening to people laugh.
Is that not nerve-wracking? If you deliver a joke and then no one laughs?
Well, yeah,
that would be awkward.
Oh, it happens a lot, but then I come up with one joke like that. I was like, okay, recently I feel like I'm a terrorist because I bomb a lot. Which works. And people laugh. People are like, oh, come on.
Oh, it's me.
Okay.
Why do you think people are drawn to your content?
I think we have two kind of audience. First audience is those who enjoy drag culture and especially come to see us. They can be learned drag from the internet, want to see how that works, so they come to our shows to see a real performance. Or there are those who already seen our shows and love our house and become this loyal fans of our house and will show up at every of our shows. And these are one kind of audience. And the other kind of audience is that they have absolutely no idea what drag is. They just randomly walk into this bar and accidentally watch our shows. And it was a surprise that those random audience will actually grow to love us, because I actually met a lot of people who just come to talk to me. They are like, I am just here for visiting, or I'm just here for a drink, and I just saw the shows and it was amazing.
Have you ever have you ever met someone while in drag? Met someone in after a performance and you were still in drag and someone was like, hey, let's go.
Oh, and that didn't happen to me. That actually happened to my sisters a lot of times. One of my sister always tell us jokes about how a man after the show want to do
have coitus.
Yeah, have some secret communication. This is actually happening. There are people they don't know you are a man. They still think
Really?
you're a woman.
What? Really?
And they're also just like drew to men dressing up as a woman. And I think this is like a habit, and we shouldn't judge it. And I'm happy that there are people like
Well, so
actually-
open-minded.
Yeah.
That's cute.
That is cool.
How do your value differ from the main culture?
In comedy, that's like biggest difference with mainstream. We can talk about things like people know it's wrong. We make fun of it,
Making people uncomfortable
but like you can
and making
tell
them think about what
what.
society is
Yeah,
doing.
like why is that different? It's actually the same. Like, and also like I study culture a lot because I have people from everywhere, and I notice that people are the same everywhere in the world. Okay, what do you want to achieve with your platform? I'm gonna ask both of you.
So what I want to achieve is, I would like for Queering It Up to grow, outside radio as a whole, for it to grow, because we have very different shows on there. So my show is about queer culture. We have my friend Nico's show, her show is Ugly Girls Club, so she talks about issues surrounding black girls in society. We have Podcast Yamachita, which is aimed at men and what men go through and the pressures that they are put under. So with Queering It Up, I wanted to go in a sense that just give people a fucking break. Like, give them a fucking break. We had a drag show with MC. We had sex conversations, and it wasn't even necessarily like the sex, the nitty-gritties of sex. It was basically about sex education and how we need sex education in our schools, because that's another reason why being gay or part of the LGBTQ plus community is not as well accepted, is because people don't necessarily know what is happening.
I understand because like it took me a long time to get people around me, or like at least I got my mom to understand like your sexuality. You're born with it. It's not something you can choose. It's not like I want to be gay today and tomorrow I'm not gay. It's not like how it works. You're born with it. And I would say like like sex education is definitely
Very important.
Yeah. So what about you?
Actually, I feel a lot of queens take their drag career to a level that they have to use pageant or competition to define themselves. I went to a few competitions, like pageant competitions, when I went to Shanghai, and I went there like a few times, but I didn't actually got a trophy or something. Actually, I feel a lot of queens feel, a lot of drag performers feel that you have to be recognized, or you have to reach a certain level on the fans on Instagram to define if you are a successful queen or not. Like, I think Drag Race is a great show. Drag Race somehow gave us like information that this is a competition.
Do you talk to your family about what you do, and do they get it? Yolanda?
So far, my mom have never seen my show. Mostly because I don't want her to find me on social media. But the same, because like she will have questions, but she know like I have my own tech show. She also know I'm a comedian. I have actually performed in shows at South with South tickets. I perform with a lot of good comedians here, like Eric, Long Hu, Zhou Wang. We all perform in the same stage. And I told my mom about it, and she's like, yeah, still like the typical Chinese family thing. Be humble, learn from them. I'm like, Mom, I'm doing good here. Like I sometimes maybe want to hear, I want like you say I'm proud of you, but like I will say like, when they say, wow, it's good, like, but still be humble, maybe in some way that's like accomplishment.
But you want that sort of validation from her, like
Yeah, like
you're
they
doing
say,
well,
like,
my
yeah,
child.
you're doing, yeah, but like it's hard to get that from Chinese culture. Yeah, but I will say my mom do understand. Like she started to watch a lot of more stand-up comedy stuff. She also checked out Joe Wong online. She also like watch. We have what's that called? The roasting show in China. We also have the stand-up comedy like convention. Like they have a lot of comedians just go on the show to.
Okay, so it's growing.
It's getting better, but I would say it's still not popular as most of like singing, acting. But it's getting better, and my mom would like to get to know more about like that.
You should just one day take her out for dinner and be like, surprise, I have a show.
Well, the thing, well, so like I said, I do my jokes in English. She don't speak English that well, and secondly, there's too many dirty jokes that I don't want her to know.
But then that's good
all.
because she doesn't speak English that well. So you just go like, smile.
Yeah, but she pick up like key words.
Oh,
She's like,
no.
oh, we are talking about me. Oh, that. So like, okay, yeah, no.
Is it too early to start drinking? Yeah, this answers it for me. Is it too early to start drinking?
This is alcohol.
Well, I would say it is.
Is it?
It's noon. We're day drinking.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, we're day drinking.
So that we can go to sleep and be good people.
I have part-time jobs.
How does being Beijing help you create content?
How does it help me? It helps in the sense that I get an international view of how I would approach things in South Africa. So, and I have a diverse group of people to interview. Choose who I want to interview and what story I can get from them. And it's more of an international perspective than just back home. It would mainly just be a South African perspective. But now I get to have a broader sense of information and access to information.
For me, I would say like if I do comedy, there's basically in China, it's Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Beijing. And I would say Beijing like treating new comics really nice, because I've been doing that for 6 months so far. I've been doing like 4 different shows already. And it's just like in other cities, you have to be performing for years before you can like actually do a real show. But in Beijing, it's like we give opportunity to like everyone. And for my tech show, I will say that because again, Beijing is really diverse. I have so many friends who work in the IT industry. I can learn from them for free, and they would love to teach people. That's why I like the community I'm running. It's like literally for that purpose. Like we get to know people. Like tech people, we don't social. Like even though I'm a comedian, but I don't social.
You don't socialize with them.
I don't like to like go out with like strangers. It's not my thing because I feel like not comfortable to doing that. But like I learned how to adapt it, and that community is just for a bunch of us who don't know how to social. We just like sit together. Like, oh, you are into that tech. I'm into that too. Like I want to learn that from you, and we get to know. Actually, like I find a really good teacher to teach me Arduino, which I think you probably don't know what that is. It's like you can develop your own product, like your smartwatch or whatever. I'm learning that, which is like totally for free. It's amazing. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm hungry.